Welcome to Wall Street Confidential and TheStreet.com TV. Everyone knows that GM has been struggling for quite some time now and is in quite a difficult position right now.
And Brittany, what I think the stock is telling us is that maybe, I wrote a very really hot button piece. People are very angry about it. I suggested that GM should file bankruptcy. Now, filing bankruptcy is something that people don't understand unless you've followed bankruptcy or familiar with the law. What I am saying is that the rightful owners of this company should be the bondholders. The common stock is now a very small stock, a couple of $1 billion. And what that says is that you have to look at this company as if it's owned by others and forget the common stock. I think the bondholders, the senior security bondholders, are going to end up with a pretty good deal here. I think they get the company. There's two reasons why this is happening. One is just as they had cut costs, the union stepped up and basically made them not be able to cut costs as much as I thought. And the second is they have the wrong cars. They have gas inefficient cars at a time when people are just saying, listen, from 3 to 4 I was okay, but from 4 to 5, and people know that it's going to 5 if oil stays as high, I'm not okay. Right. So they got the wrong product and they have the wrong labor costs after really getting it down. Now, the most recent thing that's happened that people are focused on is GMAC. I always like to point out that 51% of that is owned by Cerberus, and that Cerberus says things are fine. Cerberus is private. I don't know what to do with Cerberus. All they ever do is tell you things are fine, and I can't penetrate that. I can't say that they're liars, and I can't say they don't know what to talk about.
We have heard a lot of that lately, though.
But, I look at GMAC, and I layer that onto the fact that they have the wrong cars and wrong labor agreements, and I say, look, if I want to keep GM in business, I would do a prepackaged bankruptcy. Now, I want people to think of GM as Bethlehem Steel. There was a time when Bethlehem Steel had 6 of the top 10 paid executives in this country in the 1960s, three golf courses, tremendous profits that they shared with employees, and a Dow stock. And in the 1980s, it was just still a monster stock that people thought of as being a great American company. And it went bankrupt. And, it was unthinkable. And now no one thinks about it. It's unthinkable that GM would go bankrupt. And yet I think 5 years from now, no one will think about it.
And you said in your piece even that you've been racking your brain trying to think, is there any way that they could raise the money?
Well, I mean, the problem is that the common stock's at 11. So let's say you issued 500 million shares. You still wouldn't be able to raise a lot of money, probably come at 8. They obviously have to cut the dividend. Now, there are lots of people out there, and I've typified this market as being value and growth. The value guys endlessly buy everything, and they've just had their heads handed to them. And the way that if you invest in a value fund, what you're told is don't look at it for 5 years. But the declines this quarter in the value funds, to me, are going to make people rethink, which means that even GM could be even worse next quarter.
Right. Thank you, Jim. For more on that, be sure to check out Jim's articles, his 2 articles on GM on realmoney.com. And stay tuned for more.